Good deal. They've been on sale on the web for even cheaper, as low as $30, but these things are hard to beat if you're the right kind of user. Now, who is the right kind of user? Well, just like DBX's products, the GoRack, this is a final polish processor for the output of your mixing board or computer before it goes into powered speakers. Very nice little unit. That's the way she comes, and that's the way she's all plumbed into my system here. It's critical that your speakers have XLR inputs. That's what you've got to have. If you don't have XLR inputs, this is going to require adaptation, extra cost, and becomes less of a product that is designed for you. It's for the DJ, the mobile DJ, especially the one who's using his computer, his laptop, as the audio source, and has been plugging into the headphone jack of that laptop to get the audio source for themselves, or even using a USB dongle and then plugging into that by way of a 3.5 millimeter plug. For you, this is the perfect little processor. Now, it's got a mono setting, so you know when mono is better for you. Certain rooms, certain settings, mono works out better. It has a stereo setting, and of course you'll know when stereo is better for you in a lot of cases. But if you want to use microphones just for speech purposes, even singing, I suppose, but there is a drawback there I'll get to in a moment. But if you want to use microphones just to be able to have amplified voice, this thing is perfect, and it has a third setting. Remember, the first is mono, second stereo. The third one is a modified setting that is basically made so that music is processed through the subharmonic synthesizer and the EQ, but no other processing is done to music that's input to the system. But microphones go through the anti-feedback circuit, the compression circuit, and in the end the EQ as well. So the different processors that are in this wonderful little box are properly split up so that they do that. You can actually get a little more out of this box if you wire it up the right way. Now, if you've already invested in a nice USB interface, this is probably not for you. But you see the green plug in the middle there. That's a direct 3.5 from the computer. Then these two are out, two XLR capable monitors. Have that over here, another one. Okay. And you might see my speaker stands are actually boxes because I ordered 3. I have one for my mobile rig, one for here on the desktop, and a spare. Because when I ordered them, they were $30 a piece. That was a hell of a deal, so I figured 3. What the heck? But whatever price you can get this at, if you're a mobile DJ who does not use the controllers, the platters that you can spin by hand, if you're not trying to replicate being a vinyl DJ, if you're happy playing music off your computer and don't already have a USB connected sound answer, fancy sound card or whatnot, then this really could be the answer for you, because it allows for 2 microphones to be connected, your music from your computer to be included, processing that is appropriate both for the music and for the microphones, and very inexpensive. It's a nice little mixing board basically for a person who's in that position. Now, here we go. Let's reach down here. Here's your good old Shure microphone. And the levels are all the way down here, so I'm just going to turn the level up. You can see there's a little LED right there. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check, 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 check. Here, hang on. Check 1, 2, showing you levels 1, 2. Let me turn that all the way up. Check 1, 2, level check, check 1, 2. And of course, if you had a second mic, it would be plugged in here. Levels controlled with this. And then this is the overall volume level. Now, all of these features, firstly a mute for the whole system, and that also sets up the mode, as I mentioned earlier, one of 3 modes you've got to choose. Then you've got the anti-feedback and the compressor. Those ones affect the microphone inputs when they're wired this way and in mode 3. Okay. Then you've got the EQ and the subharmonic synthesizer, which adds another octave to the bottom, especially if you got nice low speakers, you got subs that can really reproduce it, add another octave. And a general EQ. You can choose between one of 16 presets. You know, you'll find something for yourself in there, most likely. But the EQ has an overall effect on both microphone and music. And the subharmonic synthesizer affects music only, in this case. It has a weird effect on voices anyway. It doesn't sound at all normal, so you don't really want it affecting any voices. So this isn't the perfect way of deploying that particular feature. You can see how new this is. I haven't even removed the plastic over the LED here, the number. Got that protective plastic on there till it falls off on its own kind of thing. Yeah. I just really like this. It was very inexpensive for me to buy at $30 when it was on special recently. Even, at any sale that you can get it, it's worthwhile. If you're that DJ, you're playing music off your computer, you're plugging into your computer's headphone jack to get the music out of your computer, like ideally on like a laptop or any computer, anything with a 3.5. If you've already got a fancy, USB output or USB connected sound card, then, it may or may not be for you. You may already be able to add mics. You probably have more control. I mean, what this doesn't have is it doesn't have any reverb or delay or anything like that. You could use this for a karaoke kind of situation, but you would have dry mics, which isn't quite as pleasing in the long run. It's simple enough. You could do a simple karaoke night, but again, you would have to have other outboard processing to get the really desired effect. But great for the mobile DJ who wants dry microphones, a couple of them. Maybe you plug in a couple wireless. You're doing a wedding. You're a wedding DJ. Really, really good stuff. So that's the the GoRack by DBX, right? Everybody knows DBX. It follows some of their great line of drive rack componentry, that massage signal before they go into big amplification and huge sound, reinforcement situations for major rock shows. Make sure you got speakers that have XLR inputs in the back. If you don't have XLR inputs, you're going to be doing a lot of messing around with adapters. It might not be worth it for you. But you got a semi-pro studio at home. It's got some interesting features. There's lots of other videos about how to actually set the thing up and dial it in and whatnot. This is a little more of a, just a person who uses it, what I've done, what I think it's best for, and, could save a night. It's definitely a good replacement for a spare mixing board, and I give it thumbs up. So, buy one. They're cheap.